Hey guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing my November wrap-up. We're going to be doing it like this today because everything has been crazy. I live in Arizona, and so even though it is not the coldest outside, like it's December and it's currently like 70 degrees outside, the daylight has definitely been getting shorter like it does during the winter. But I've been working more because it's getting closer to the holidays, and because of that, I hardly ever get home in enough time to really film anything with good lighting. And I have not invested in any other like artificial light source yet, so we're going to be doing my wrap-up sort of like this. I'm a little bit closer to the window than normal, and I'm trying to get as much light as possible. But I had a reading slump near the end of November, and so while I did read quite a few books, I was really hoping to read more. The first series I read is the Diaries by B.L. Brennemer. This is a series that I've talked about multiple times on my channel, and so actually for the first two books, this one here, Trying to Live with the Dead, and the second one, When the Dead Come A-Knockin', I actually mostly ended up skimming through this, reading my favorite parts, but I have read them so many times that I basically know these first two books in and out. I could tell you basically every single thing that happens, and so I was finding myself getting a little bit bored as I started reading them, so I skimmed these mostly. But I did fully read the third book, When to Fear the Living, the fourth book, Whispers from the Dead, the fifth book, When Evil Comes to Play, and the sixth and newest book, Secrets from the Grave. This is the book that came out on October 31st, and I absolutely love this series. I have said that multiple times. I give each of these books a 5 out of 5 stars. Because it is an independently published book series, there have been some minor, to me, grammatical issues, spelling issues in these books, but the story and the characters overall really push it to that 5 stars for me. I rate based on my feelings for books, and I absolutely love this series. This series follows our main character of Lexi, who can see ghosts. And as we get through more and more subsequent books, the consequences of those seem to be getting more dire, more paranormal aspects have come out, more paranormal creatures have come out, and I just absolutely love these. The characterization is phenomenal, and there is growth between the characters each and every time a new book is released. I also just love the way that the author writes relationships between the characters. Nothing is going to be put to the wayside. I absolutely love these books, and I believe we're getting the second book in the side series before the 7th book for this comes out, but I do believe the 7th book is planning to come out sometime next year. Then I reread some manga. I reread Millenium Snow. This is by Bisco Tori, the same manga author and artist of the Ouran High School Host Club mangas, which I absolutely love. This is the volume 1 and 2. And then this is volumes 3 and 4. So this is a manga series that I've absolutely loved. I gave these both 5 stars again, but it had been a few years since I had read them, and so I really did want to get back into them. I wanted to sort of do it around October, didn't really get my chance, and so I did it in November. These are just really sort of cute shoujo manga about a girl who has a heart condition, so she is not expected to live very much longer, and a vampire who has the potential to bring her into Millennium with him, but does not want to really doom any other person to live so long and watch the people around them die. This is a really fun series. You can definitely see the growth between the first book and the second book, so volumes 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4, because of the fact that it took like 10 years for them to finish this series. She did volumes 1 and 2 before Ouran High School Host Club took off, and then they did all of that before she was able to get a chance to finish this series. I do prefer the art style, obviously, in the new books because that is like her current art style, and I absolutely love it. But these are nice, quick, cute vampire sort of reads. And then I read 2 more books this month. I read Strange Angels by Lily St. Croix and the sequel Betrayals by Lily St. Croix. So this was a series that I remember reading and absolutely loving a while ago, like years ago. And I don't remember fully why I didn't finish the series. Mostly it was I read the first 3 books, didn't have the chance to buy the 4th and 5th ones for a while, and then just never read them again once I did buy them. So I never really got to the 4th and 5th books. I previously absolutely loved these, gave them 5 out of 5 stars. This time around, I ended up giving the first 2 books a 4 out of 5 stars. I felt the writing style was a little bit more juvenile than I guess I would prefer nowadays. I guess that would make sense for me not to really remember because it's been a while. Also, there were just some little quirks about either the character or the writing that sort of annoyed me. Mostly I feel like maybe because I was actually listening to them as audiobooks, because I was working in receiving in my bookstore, and when that happens I have quite a few hours, and sometimes I like to fill it with audiobooks instead of music. And one of the things though that sort of annoyed me a bit is that our main character of Drew would sometimes refer to putting things in her back pocket as her ass pocket, and she said that so many times in I think book 1 that it was just getting a little bit ridiculous. I still really enjoy this story. I'm currently in the middle of the audiobook for number 3, which is gonna be Jealousy, and I am enjoying that one. That one started off a little bit slow and I almost considered maybe DNFing it, but I do want to actually finish the story. This follows our main character of Drew, who her father is sort of like a monster hunter. They hunt vampires and other things that go bump in the night. And one night after he goes out for a hunt, he comes back in the morning as a zombie, and Drew has to kill him and sort of figure out her new life in this real world full of monsters. I really do enjoy this story still. I still think the characters are pretty great. It's just more of the writing style I feel is a little bit younger than I remembered, or I'm a little bit older than the last time I read it, obviously. There is a setup for a love triangle in the 2nd and 3rd book, although one of the characters isn't there very often that would be like in the love triangle. And for me personally, I absolutely love the one character that is there in the books, and we see him a lot. And I just have a feeling that in the 4th or 5th books, I don't know for sure, I haven't read them yet, we might be going into a love triangle where the other guy that I don't like is going to come out on top. And I don't know how I feel about that. He is one of those characters that we don't see very often, but we do know is a little bit creepy and weird. Like, I get these really, really weird, grossed out vibes from him. And Drew, our main character, does for a while as well. But we will see how it goes. I just have a feeling, and I have a feeling that if it goes that way, I might not like it as much as I do now. But those were all the books I read this month. I was really, really hoping to at least finish this last series. But like I said, I got into a really big reading slump at the end of November, and so I did not get to finish more books. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Leave me a comment below letting me know what you guys read this month and what you guys thought. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up every Monday and Thursday, so I will see you then. Bye!